I'm gonna be trying to install Gentoo. I've never installed it, but I want to make an effort to at least try installing Gentoo at least once in my life. So we're gonna be doing it on a virtual machine because I don't want to hurt my computer. I'm sorry for all of you dark mode users. I'm one of you myself. I use dark mode. I'm so sorry because this website is only in light mode. But we're gonna try to well, not we, I. You can try with me. I'm gonna try installing Gentoo for the first time. So hopefully it works. And let's get into it. We're gonna probably have to install minimal ISO. Dear God, that's bad. Download speed. Oh, okay. Okay, working a little bit better there. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Calm down, there, buddy. Excuse me. Whoa. 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 Hey there, buddy. Chill out a little bit. You're getting. It's climbing. It's. Okay. Why? Since when was my internet this good? Since when did I get 37 megabytes per second of download speed? That was fast. Okay, let's open up this. Oh, hey, look, it's the current recording that's going on. If you hover over it, you'll see as it gets bigger, you can see the file size changing. That's really cool too. If you're wondering what kind of desktop I'm using Mate, and I'm actually running Linux, specifically Debian 13, which is the latest. Oh, my neck. I'm doing this on a really bad not wallpaper. Wallpaper! I read this. I looked at this, which is my background, and thought, wallpaper. I'm running on a really bad laptop, though. So, there's no telling. Let's make a new folder. Just to organize all of this stuff. And as a Linux user, yes, I know how to use my terminal. I just don't feel like it right now. Local install media. Yes. Browse. It's not going to be in there. Let's create a new one on ISOs. Crap, I'm going to go home. My username. ISOs. There we go. Choose volume. Operating system Gentoo Linux. There it is. The emulator may not have search permissions for the path. Yes. You're getting one CPU. And I think it's 2048. Oh no, it's just 2000. Wait, really? It's 2000 megabytes? Oh, that's on me. That's on me for not knowing that. Okay, we have 2000 megabytes we're gonna use. That's half my RAM. We're actually, you get 1.5 gigs of RAM. I need to have my RAM. You'll get like 30 gigs, 35 gigabytes of storage. Because I'm not gonna be installing like arbitrarily big stuff. Okay, name Gentoo. Yep. Yes. Please don't dox me. Please don't dox me. Please don't dox me in any sort of way. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We didn't get doxed. I didn't get doxed. Let's make battery yet. Oh, I forgot how bad this battery is. Ah, that's just great. Let me make this a little bit smaller, please. Thank you. Let me reach down. Let me crawl down the side of my bed here. Hold up. Yes, I'm recording from my bed. What, you guys don't do that? Is that weird? Okay, where's my computer cable? Computer cable? Computer cable! Yay! I just moved in the wrong way and I felt all the wrong things shift around. Good Lord have mercy on my soul. Okay. Well, that was quick, but I know that's not installed. Gentoo Linux is not installed yet. I know that. Good Lord, what did I get myself into? This is Gentoo Linux. Nothing is easy. Okay. You're using Gentoo Linux. You take CSS clear? Oh, it's clear. Does Command L work? Command L does. Why are you hogging my? Why do you have access to my mouse? Okay. So. Oh Lord. Wait. Let me. I need to install a video editing software. Kden Live. Yeah, that's not useful. Just open the terminal, sudo apt install Kden. If it exists, yep. If it just exists, it'll, when pressing double tapping the tab key, will just pull up all the things with Kden in it. And so I can search through it. Gotta love being able to install things at a decent speed. Anyways, so we've got colors. Yeah, I don't think the mouse is very good over here. Gotta give him effort. Gotta give him an A for effort, guys. Okay, is this done yet? No. Get started. Choose your live boot environment. We're using minimal. Follow the handbook. The Gentoo handbook provides detailed documentation that guides you through the installation process. No installation program, either installer, or you can apply all the customizations you desire. Ready to go? These steps are all described in the Gentoo handbook. Did you have any questions regarding Gentoo or the installation process? We're here for you. Gentoo handbook. Yippee! Good Lord, it's so bright! Do we not have an option to put how to force websites into dark mode? Firefox. Website appearance. Oh, good Lord. See, like, this works, right? That's no bueno. Can we not? Extensions and themes. Dark mode. Isn't that right? It's so bright. Everything is so bright. Oh, it's so bright. I'm so sorry for all you people who use dark mode. Oh my gosh. Enable dark mode. God, I wish it would just be in dark mode. It's so bright. Hey, okay, it's not installing. To check it, I'll show you check things by the way. I've riced this up. Hello, KDE Plasma stuff. There's Kden Live. Oh, I use OBS and Audacity. Audacity's for if I have to like do voiceovers or anything. So, hey, we have Caden live now. Good luck to this 2-core CPU though, because we are recording. We're coming from 2 cores, okay? We have dos cores. Dos. 2. That's not a lot. So, checking the file size, almost 70 megabytes. Like, I'm a big fanatic. 10 minutes. I'm a big fanatic for small recording files, but I don't want my videos to be unwatchable. Anyways, the Gentoo Handbook is an effort to centralize essential documentation for initial Gentoo installation and basic system administration. The handbook contains the installation instructions for an internet-based install and additional chapters for working with Gentoo's native software tools such as the OpenRC init system and the Portage package manager. Contents: the Gentoo Handbook, architectures, viewing the handbook, frequently asked questions. Change life. Handbook. What did I just get a notification for? I just watched my phone fly up for some reason. I got a notification from Snapchat by a post that my aunt made. Gotta love that. I love my aunt. She's hilarious. AMD 64 handbook. This is me. Funny thing, I'm using an AMD right now. I was about to do fast fetch, then I realized that will dox my IP so hard. That'll dox my IP so hard. Okay. Yeah. Okay, installing. Okay, hide contents. Installing Gentoo, working with Gentoo, working with Portage, Gentoo network configuration. Installing Gentoo. About the. Oh god. Oh my god. That's a lot. Oh, it's on the side here. About the Gentoo Linux installation. Welcome to Gentoo. Gentoo is a free operating system based on Linux that can be automatically optimized and customized for just about any application or need. It is built on an ecosystem of free software and does not hide what is running beneath the hood from its users. Okay. So... can we just get to me installing? Maybe it's this. Hardware requirements. Downloading, writing, and booting. No. Configuring the network. Automatic network configuration using DHCP. Testing the network. What is DHCP? What's DHCP? Dynamic host configuration protocol. Network management protocol that automatically assigns the IP addresses and the other network configuration settings to devices on the network. Oh, okay. Okay. Obtaining interface info. Okay, we'll look at that. Alright, we'll do that in a bit. Golly. If I have... I'm gonna end up doxing myself by accident. I know it now. I know it now. I'm gonna type in a command and it's just gonna it's just gonna boom doxed and I'm just gonna be like, oh no. Excuse me. I'm drinking a Monster Energy drink. Alright. If the system is connected to an Ethernet network, my laptop doesn't even have an RJ45 port, buddy. I wish it did. This is a Lenovo IdeaPad 1. I've got the granddaddy of most I've got the granddaddy of the newer, of like the actually decent computers that they sell now. This computer's like $100, okay? Yeah. The only reason I'm using it is because this battery is absolutely abysmal. It has an abysmally wrong name, though. I'll tell you that. DHCP assists in network configuration and can automatically provide configuration for a variety of parameters, including IP address, network mask, routes, DNS servers, NTP servers, etc. DHCP requires that a server be running on the same layer 2 Ethernet segment as the client requesting a lease. DHCP is often used on RFC 1918 private networks, but it's also used to acquire public IP information from ISPs. Excuse me. Network? Okay, let's see what networks we have. I don't love the little flickers, huh? Please don't dox me. Oh god, you're doxing me. Alright guys, there's my IP info. You can DDoS me. Please don't actually. Chill out there, buddy. I'm gonna have to ask you to calm down. No, I trust people to watch videos, not to dox. EMP1S0. Okay. DHCP-CD. Some network administrators record the host name and the domain name provided by the DHCP server. Okay. DHCP CD. ENP1S0. Starting. Yippee! God, there's so much doxing here. Stop showing all my IP addresses on my network brochure. Okay. Testing the network. A properly configured default route is a critical component of internet connectivity. Route configuration can be checked with IP route. No default route is defined. Internet connectivity is available and additional configurations. Well, then I hope that it's there. Yippee! Ping. Let me do ping dash help. Let's see what dash C is. Do we have man pages? We don't have man pages? Oh no, I'm cooked. Oh, I'm so cooked. I use man pages all the time to figure out what stuff is. Okay, so we need to do ping-c. Ping-c google.com. Ping-c https://google.com/. Alright, buddy. Let's Google's pingable IP. 8888. 8888. 8888. What do you mean? Oh. I see the issue. 3. Yep. Received. Good. Okay. Outbound HTTPS and access and DNS resolution can be confirmed with curl location gentoo.org -dev null. Unless curls reports an error or other test failing, we continue with disk preparation. Can we? Whoops! Where did I just go? Okay. Can we Control Shift C. So, oh, can't. Oh no. Everything's okay. Just pull this over slightly and do curl. Okay, we have curl. Curl dash dash location gentoo.org dash dash output / dev / null. Alright. Did we get stuff? Are we getting anything? We are! Hey! Hey! Oh! Hey! Okay, we have stuff. So that means we can, unless curl reports an error or the test fail, the installation process can be continued with disk preparation. Nice. So we can just continue on. Preparing the disks. Now this is probably going to be hard. It's 18 already. Forgot what time is that again in normal time? 6 p.m. Got it. Thank you. I wish I understood 24-hour clock, but I don't. Introduction to block devices. That's a lot of documentation. Good lord. Okay. Oh, dev SDA, NVMe. Yeah. Okay. There's three possibilities of raw unpartitioned disk to house a Linux system when creating a BTRFS. BTRFS. Is it called Butter or BetterFS? I'm gonna get ButterFS. ButterFS RAID, for example. This is almost never done in practice. Instead, disk block devices are split up into smaller, more manageable devices on AMD 64 systems. These are called partitions. There are currently two standard partitioning technologies in use: MBR, sometimes called DOS, and and GPT. These are tied to the two boot process types: Legacy, BIOS, Boot, and UEFI. I have UEFI on this laptop with GPT and MBR. So GPT, the grid partition table GPT setup. We will not be doing this. Maybe. A few caveats regarding GPT. Using GPT on a BIOS-based computer works, but usually do boot Microsoft Windows, since Microsoft Windows refuses to boot from the GPT partition and in BIOS mode. Okay. Master boot record, also called DOS, MBR, first introduced in 1983 with the PC DOS 2X, and VR uses 32-bit identifiers. I won't read all this out. I can read it. Only 4 are needed: Dev SDA1 to Dev SDA4. In order to support more partitions, one of the primary partitions in the MBR can be marked as an extended partition. This partition can contain additional logical partitions within a partition. Although supported by most motherboard manufacturers and MBR boot sectors, and the associated partitioning limitations are considered legacy, and us working with hardware that is still pre-2010, it's best to use GPT. Is it? Okay, we're using GPT. We're using GPT. we're using GPT. We're gonna have to use this bad boy right here, because I desperately don't want to crack this up. I don't want to crack this, even though I'm not installing on actual hardware yet. I don't want to break anything, because the minute I break something, I know when installing it on actual hardware, I'm gonna break it too. Good lord, what a file size! I feel so bad for some of y'all's ears. Okay. The official Gentoo boot media. My ear itches. Boot media provides support for LVM. LVM can combine physical volumes such as partitions of disk into volume groups. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. I say that as I do read all of that. Throughout the remainder of the handbook, we will discuss and explain two cases. UEFI with GUID partition table, GPT disk, MBR, and MBR DOS legacy BIOS firmware with an MBR partition table disk. My PC is an Optiplex 7010 and I use MBR and legacy on it. I don't use UEFI. But on all my laptops, I try to use UEFI unless it's like an older model. So this one's 2020s, not 2010s. So, while it is possible to mix and match boot types with certain motherboard firmware, mixing goes beyond the intention of the handbook. As previously stated, it's strongly recommended for your installations on modern hardware to use UEFI will boot with a GPT disk labeled disk. The following partition scheme will be used as a simple example layout. So you have your SDA1, that's either FAT32 or XFS. I used to use XFS. 1 gig. Okay, so it's your EFI. Your 2 gigs of RAM swap, your Linux swap, and then the root partition. Selected profile, additional partitions, optional complexities for appropriately sizing the root FS. Therefore the handbook authors cannot one size fits all suggestion for the root FS partition. When Gentoo is the only operating system using the disk, selecting the remainder of the disk is the safest and suggested choice. Okay. I'm so sorry, I just hit my mic. Interesting. How long have we been recording? 27 minutes? Nice. We're using... Look, my thing is, I really don't like editing my videos much. I prefer raw, you get what you get, you know. You're gonna be through it. But if I have to actually edit to do stuff, oh yeah, I will. Anyways, let's continue. I'm getting off track here. My ADHD brain is just going. It's going. If this suffices as information, the advanced reader can skip directly to the actual partitioning. Both fdisk and parted are partitioning utilities included within the official Gentoo Live image environments. Fdisk is well known in state legal and handles both MBR and GPT disks. Parted are the first Linux block device management utility to support GPT partitions. It can be used as an alternative to fdisk if the reader prefers. However, the handbook will only provide instructions for fdisk since it is commonly available in most Linux environments. Before going to creation instructions, first set of sections will describe more detailed partition schemes can be created and mention some common pitfalls. We will not be touching this. What is the EFI system? Oh. Okay. Here we are. When installing Gentoo, what is the ESP? When installing Gentoo system, UEFI. Got it. Duly noted. Partitioning the disk with GPT for UEFI. The following parts explain how to create an example partition layout for a single GPT disk device, which will conform to the UEFI specification and discoverable partitions. Discoverable partition specification, DPS. Linux user space API group specification. Fdisk. What am I doing? I'm just making random noises. So we do F disk -L to list. Yeah, baby, bro. Dev VDA. Yeah. That's a wild file size. Okay. G for GPT. G, remove all and create a GPT. Okay, so we do G. Alternately, no. We don't have any partitions. The partition is now scheduled for deletion. It will no longer show when printing a list of partitions P. It will not be erased until the changes have been saved. This allows you to oh my god, my jaw hurts. To abort the operation if a mistake was made. In that case, press Q immediately and hit enter, and the partition would not be deleted. Okay, first create a small EFI system partition, which will also be mounted as /EFI. Type N to create a new partition, followed by 1 to select the first partition. When prompted for the first sector, make sure it starts from 2048, which may be needed for the bootloader, and hit enter. When prompted for the last sector, type 1G to create a partition 1 gigabyte. 1 gigabyte? I thought these were gigabytes. No, we got a gigabyte. Gigabyte. What is a gig? What is a gigabyte? It says gigabyte. GIB. Oh, that's adorable, bro. A gigabyte sounds so funny. Okay, take in default 1, press 1, 248, yes. T1 EFI system. Okay. Creating the swap partition. Next to create the swap partition, press N to create a new partition. Press 2 to create the second partition. When prompted for the first sector, hit enter. When prompted for the last sector. Wait. Oh hell no. Fdisk. Dev SD. Fdisk. Dev VF. VDA. P. G. N. 1 2048. 1 G. T1 and 2. And we have 1. Literally. Wait, what is this? First. Okay, I think we don't touch that. So like mine will be +1. This has a gigabyte. +1G. +1G. T2. 19 for Linux swap. Okay. Alright. Oh, by the way, my cursor, it's like the old Windows XP cursor, but it's like upscaled. It's an HD model, and it's made like probably a few years back. Creating the root partition. Finally, to create the root partition, press N3 and enter. N3 and enter. N3, enter. T3, 23. Press P. Or EFI, or swap, or root. That looks good. Save with W. Okay. Well, there we go. Yippee! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Something I learned about OBS is that, like, the pausing video feature actually does what it's meant to do. I remember on an older version of OBS, I had an issue where I would press pause, but instead of pausing, it would, like, mute all audio and pause the video, but it would still be recording. So whenever I would resume the pause, it would, like, the amount of time I was gone would stay as part of the recording. So I never really paused it, and I never knew how to fix it. Thankfully, on this, it works. Viewing the current, we're done with GPT. Okay. Applying a file system to a partition. I think we're almost done. No, yeah, I think this is almost done for getting partitions all done. Now that the partitions have been created, it's time to place a file system on them. In the next section, various file systems that Linux supports are described. Readers that already know which file system to use can continue with applying a file system to a partition. Together should read it on to learn about the available file systems. XFS. We'll use BTRFS probably. For instance, to have the root. Okay. So I think it's what is in so partitions? Partition fdisk dash p. I mean, oh, fdisk dash l. Quickly, fdisk l. There we go. nkfs dot vfat dash f32 dev vda1. Let's see if it did that. Oh, I don't freaking know. Prove it. Prove it. I'm assuming it worked. Because it's formatted. It said it formatted. And then swap devsd2 fdisk dash l. Swap dev vda2 swap on dev vda2. What should I set as the file type system type for my Linux swap Gentoo? Oh, see nothing. I guess nothing. nkfs dash btrfs / dev vda3. Please. fdisk dash l. Oh god, please. There's no save command. Dang it. Save command. Mounting the root partition. Certain live environments may be missing the suggested mount point for Gentoo's root partition. Mount Gentoo. Or mount points for additional partitions created in the partitioning section. Make directory. Okay. dir dash parents. It's mnt Gentoo. mnt Gentoo. Mount VDA3. Mount dev VDA3 to mnt Gentoo. fdisk dash l. Wait, do we have LSBOK on here? Oh, we do! Dang it, I typed it wrong again. LSBOK. There we go! Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Swap. Nice. There we go. Make directory parents swap. Oh, make directory parents mount Gentoo EFI. I think for safety reasons we'll do nkdir dash parents mount Gentoo EFI. And do mount VDA dev VDA1 mnt Gentoo EFI. Missed block. Yeah, just for safety. Okay. So that was okay. We made the network, we partitioned our disks, and prepared them. We set them up. Oh god, let's just hope it's smooth sailing from here, boys, girls, and all other beings. Let's hope it goes well. Because we've been recording for nearly an hour. Holy crap, I've been recording for the longest time ever. And it's only this big. The stage file. Oh good lord. Choosing a stage file. On supported architectures, it is recommended for users targeting a desktop operating system environment. Use a stage file with the term desktop within the name. These files include packages such as LLVM, core LLVM, and devlog rustbin. Use flag tuning, which will greatly improve install time. The stage file acts as the seed of Gentoo install. Stage files are generated by the release engineering team with Catalyst. Stage files are based on specific profiles and contain an almost complete system. When choosing a stage file, it's important to pick one with profile targets corresponding to the desired system type. While it's possible to make major profile changes after an installation has been established, switching requires substantial effort and consideration and is outside the scope of this installation. While switching image systems is difficult, switching from normal multilib to multilib requires extensive Gentoo and low-level toolchain knowledge. Most users should not need to use the advanced tarbells option for typical or advanced software or hardware for configurations. OpenRC. OpenRC is a dependency dependency-based init system responsible for starting up system services once the kernel is booted, that maintains compatibility with the system provided init program. Normally located in sbin init, it is Gentoo's native and original init system, but it is also deployed by a few other Linux distributions and BSD systems. OpenRC does not function as a replacement for the sbin init file by default and is 100% compatible with the init scripts. This means a solution can be found to run the dozens of daemons in the Gentoo ebuild repository. Systemd. I use Systemd actually. Systemd is a modern sysv style init and RC replacement for Linux systems. It is used as the primary init system by a majority of Linux distributions. Systemd is fully supported in Gentoo, works for its intended purpose. If something seems lacking in the handbook for Systemd and software review, the Systemd article before asking for support. Multilib, 32 and 64-bit. Not every architecture has a multilib option, many only run with native code. Multilib is at the most commonly applied to AMD64. Multilib profile uses 64-bit libraries when possible and only falls back to the 32-bit versions when strictly necessary for compatibility. It is an excellent option for the majority of installations because it provides a great amount of flexibility for customization in the future. My bad. Okay. Downloading the stage file. Yeah, buddy, we're gonna do a lot of reading in this video. So we're gonna install Gentoo on a school night. It's Monday. You see it up here, Monday, December the 8th at 6:30. It's 6:29. Gotta be 6:30 p.m. if you want to see that. This is the seconds. There we go. So Alright. Downloading the stage file. Before downloading the stage file, the current file directory should be set to the location of the mount used cd mount gentoo cd /int/gen. What if we just ls dir clear cd int gentoo date? That's not right. Setting the date and time. Stage archives are generally obtained using HTTPS, which requires relatively accurate system time. Clock skew can prevent downloads from working and can cause unpredictable errors if the system time is adjusted by any considerable amount after the installation. Compare with date. If the display date and time is often more than a few minutes, to be updated using a phone message. Using NTP to correct the clock skew is typically easier and more reliable than manually setting the system clock. Cronid, part of the netmisk crony, can be used to update the system clock to UTC with cronid-q. Okay, cronid-q. Date. If we do sudo cronid-q. Oh, now it's, whoa, I almost just ripped out my headset. Date. That's not right. It's 6 p.m. NTP access is unavailable. Date can be used to manually set the system clock. For instance, to set the date to October 3rd, 1:16 p.m. in your 2021 issue. Okay, we'll just manually set it. So I'm going to switch this. Because we need the seconds. It doesn't need the seconds, just needs the minute. So we'll click on that. Right click. Are we serious right now, buddy? Are we serious right now? Okay. Let me get this off my screen, please. Thank you. Go here, right click, left click, 24-hour format, date. So it's December the 8th. December the 8th. Hour, minute, year. So December the 8th at 18:33, 2025. Excuse me. Probably 08. It's probably wants 12:08, 18:34, 2025. Okay. Date. You set Monday, December the 8th at 18:34. Yeah. UTC 2025. There we go. Now, was that so hard, guys? It was actually surprisingly easy. I can set this back to normal time. Normal civilian time. Okay. Users using environments with fully graphical browsers have no problem. You will have no problem copying a stage file URL from the main website download section. Simply select the appropriate tab. Okay. More traditional readers or old-timer Gentoo users, exclusive from the command line, prefer using links, a non-graphical menu-driven browser. To download this stage, surf to the Gentoo mirror list like so. Links. Links, https://www.gentoo.org/downloads mirrors. Welcome to links. Okay. First downloads. Okay, I can just install whichever one I want, I'm assuming. Installation, okay. Stage archives, we have OpenRC. OpenRC, System D, Desktop OpenRC, Desktop System. D. Desktop Profile System D or Default System D in the Stage 3 file on installing Gentoo with intent of using a GUID later. So yeah, we should probably grab it. Yoink. Save. Save to file. System D. H3 and D64. System D. Booyah. Alright. I think we can just quit links now. Oh look, there's a file. Once a stage file has been downloaded and verified, it can be extracted using tar. Oh, do we have to verify it? Do we have to verify it? That's a lot of work. I don't want to do that. I don't want to verify it. Let's just say tar as PVF stage 3. This is Zattery station. Include equals. What do I do? Yeah. Okay, we just type this weird being of a creature. Mount Gentoo. That is That's a beast of a line. Oh! Guys, we're compiling Gentoo. Don't do this on a plane. The reason I had to mute myself earlier is because my grandmother was like, "Hey, you need to come eat, Alex." And I was like, "I'm compiling Gentoo." She doesn't know what that means, but she knows it's important to me. Over to death, but she does not cook food for us. It's fine now. I still love her anyways. Always will. Compiling Gentoo. Yeah, don't do this on the plane, guys. Somebody's gonna look over. Somebody's gonna definitely look over and be like, I'm calling the police. That's almost happened to me before. Because people just get so suspicious when they see this going on. When they see this kind of thing going on their screen, they get suspicious real quick. What's that? Shut down? Well, we don't want to do that. I'm gonna pause the recording and then I'll restart it when this is done. Just save us some time. As seeing now, the compiling has been done for this. It took a good few solid minutes. But yeah, compiled really quickly. To optimize the system, it's possible to set variables which impact the behavior of Portage, Gentoo's officially supported package manager. All those variables can be set as environment variables using export via setting via export is not permanent. Portage reads in the make.conf file when it runs, which will change behavior runtime depending on the value saved in the make.conf file and can be considered the primary configuration for Portage. So treat its content carefully. Make.conf is always commented line start with hashtag line start with the define variables using the variable value. Syntax. Several of those variables are discussed in the next session. C flags and CXX flags. CS flags and CXX flags Okay, I'm gonna read this for a bit. I'm gonna pause the recording again, just to give you all some time and breather. It'll be like half a second. Right, I read that. So we're gonna try to edit Portage a bit, but I don't want to break anything. So we're gonna pull up to a block with intelligence. We got nano mount Gentoo etc Portage make.conf. God, please don't break, please don't break, please don't break it off. Wow, this is a very small conf file. These settings were set by the Catalyst build script that automatically built this stage file. Please consult user share portage config.conf example for more detailed example. Common flags, C flags, CXX flags, FC flags, F flags. With the bind. Yeah, 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 I will not be messing with that at all. We will not be messing with the conf files today. Because if I break something, we're cooked. I know it's a virtual machine, I could just spin up a new one, do it all over again. But still, it's the fact that it can break that makes it scary. And yeah, I don't mind breaking the system. I mind having to redo all this. So, we're using System D. We've prepared all of our stuff. We've configured. Now it's time to install the base system. This is gonna be fun. Oh yeah, vector. I expect it to be a lot more than just 6 categories. Okay, shooting. One thing that still remains to be done is before entering the new environment, and that is copying over the DNS information and etc resolve.conf. This needs to be done to ensure the networking still works even after entering the new environment. etc resolve.conf contains contains the name servers for the network. Okay, I'm back. Alrighty. Alright. cp-dereference /etc resolve.conf /int Gentoo etc. So like, can this be copy pasted or what? Please let me copy. What are these controls? File. No. I'm doomed to manually type everything out. Alright. Mount -- types PRC /PROC /INT Gentoo PRC. Okay. Mount. Oh my god, my dog is making noises again. This is very petty, but the little crap does not shut up for any period of the day. It's only at the night when he's actually semi-silent. And so when he starts making noise, it makes me wanna crash out. Why is this called rslave? That just processed in my head. Dash r bind / dev / int Gentoo dev mount make rslave int Gentoo dev mount bind run int Gentoo dev mount bind. Wait. Let's unmount. Umount. Bind run int Gentoo dev. Just unmounted. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm cooked. I mounted a binded run to the dev instead of run. Maybe we can fix it. We can fix this. Oh no. Okay. Oh god, this is gonna be a hassle. Mount stashes make mesh slave / mount Gentoo. Okay. Okay, now that all partitions are initialized and the base environment installed, it's time to enter the new installation environment by shooting into it. This means that the session will change its root, moves top level location that can be accessed from the current installation environment, installation CD to installation medium to the installation system, naming the initialized partitions, hence the names change root or shroot. CH. And we can do CD dot CD dot CD dot CD dot CD. What did we do? CD dot CD tilde CD dot CD. You don't want to do that when you CD tilde. Okay, CH root mount Gentoo in bash source etc profile export ps1 equals truth $. Where's $? Here it is. ps1. Okay, preparing for bootloader. Now, oh my gosh, look how far away we are from this. We have all of this to do, bro. Now that the new environment has been entered, it is necessary to prepare the new environment for the bootloader. It will be important to have the correct partition mounted when it's time to install the bootloader. For UEFI systems, dev SDA1 is formatted with the FAT32 system and uses the ESP. Creating the EFI directly if I created it and mounted the ESP. Did I already do that? Mount dev v VDA1 EFI. Must be okay. Emerge WebRSync. My mouse? Sure will. Thank you. We've been recording for an hour and almost 20 minutes now. Maybe 20 minutes in. I really want to get this done tonight. But I also don't want to cut too much footage off. This is really heavy. I guess I'll cut this out then. So I'm just gonna pause this. Wow, I was gone for a lot longer than I thought I was. And at that time I got the base system installed. Yeah, I left because a friend called me. I was just eating and then hanging out for a bit. Completely forgot I was doing this for a bit. But managed to get back to it. And in that meantime, I set it up. And so we've got a bit more left. This one humongous video. So you know, install Gentoo Linux. So now I have to configure the. What's wrong with my glasses? Something's wrong with my glasses. It's making this weird blurring thing. Is my mic down? It in fact is. Can't really see it. I keep it as far away from my mouth as I can, but in turn that makes it even harder to see sometimes. Okay, let's go. Optional installing firmware and or microcode. For Linux firmware, Omnisys is non-FOSS firmware is required for certain hardware to function. This is kernel firmware packages. Firmware for many, but not all devices. Okay, we'll do that anyways, even if it's not needed. Emerge ask sys kernel /Linux firmware. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna mute myself, but I'm gonna keep doing this. By the way, context is a friend is calling me. Okay, that was odd. He called me, but just really didn't say anything. He was just like, hello, and then there was silence. I was like, yeah, there? Silence. The kernel command line is used when new programs should be specified in etc kernel command line. An etc command line. Okay. Do. -p/etc/cmd line.d ln-s/etc kernel cmd line cmd line dot d /00 dash install kernel.conf. Emerge --ask sys-kernel /install kernel. Didn't I already do this? Yes. Merge packages. Alright. Yeah, I mean, if it works, it works. Come on, jump on it. Yep. If I stub. So my question then is, do I have to do this? Let me try doing it anyway. Make directory -p EFI Gentoo. Make directory etc dracut.conf.d blkid blockkid block id So whoops. System D, because I use System D. Yes. I hope I don't have to do any of this here, because this is just makes little to no sense. Oh, we're compiling stuff. I mean, hey, right side, if I do manage to screw up somewhere, I at least know that I'm safe, because all this was done in an emulator. This is done in an emulator, not even my real system. The bright side is, if it does work, well, it works. This is just gonna be the majority of this, isn't it? Just continuously compiling and compiling and compiling. Thank God I'm not doing this on a plane. Want to emerge dash asks sys dash kernel / Gentoo kernel binary or bin. Look at this, compiling with a gigabyte of RAM and one CPU core, baby. Hell yeah. Oh, that's just what you call a casual day of Gentoo Linux. The main system is Debian, and in this system, even the VM, is Gentoo, which we're trying to install. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Or maybe uninitialized. Well, I'm gonna let this go for a bit. I'm gonna pause the recording so you don't have to sit here and wait this out. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna be 100% dead honest. I forgot the decision here. I went to sleep, bro. I was waiting so long for this stuff to compile. I went to bed, bro. I woke up waiting for something to get my laptop on. I was thinking, that's not right. Sees the Gentoo trailer. I think that is right. Wait, we're gonna do this. That was instant. These look the exact same. That's crazy. Like, no, that dog. Dog, you disabled my fucking image. I am, you. showing emerged install the kernel. Users to show that of the emulator utilizing the initram fs generator from the truth. Let me see. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, there we go. On the kernel sources, blah blah blah. Okay. Slash kernel / into -6 and long time. This is one I would just cut it out because we're pausing. Vino. Well, you know what, let's compile, I'll be back. Right, I'm back. I have a good break here. This compiled. I did the sources, I think we did the sources right, we can check. I did the Gentoo sources. Like a kernel list. everything. Let's name and stuff. Sometimes when I open my jaw, there's a muscle right in the part of the jaw that'll clench up and tighten, and I have to fight it because it just doesn't work sometimes, and so it clenches up and my entire jaw just entire jaw just clacks back. Does it suck? Yeah. Okay, we missed something. You tell me how long this will be because it has to install and compile all in one go. Gentoo is like making a cake, but you harvest the wheat yourself and process it. You harvest the milk yourself and process it. You harvest the eggs yourself and process it. You harvest the cane yourself and process it for the sugar. Gentoo is like making a cake, but you make literally everything yourself. There we go. So we got SB sign user SRC Linux. I do not know how to do that. Lord, my good. doesn't exist. I think we could. We don't have to sign that, do we? I saw the word opposite. I saw it said optional. This is manual. Alternative. Wait. So that was completely okay. Then I think we're good there. Configuring the system. There's usually an F step. You have to do this. So I've got to do all this, bruh. No, it's 3:21 in the morning. We are almost 2 hours into this recording. Lock ID. Here's using the I'm not using the India registered as a zero ID, evidently it was. We're not using it, we're not using that. And the EFI system using DPS zero IDs may UKID. Yeah, and you get all the big stuff. Good it up. Getting the fstab file. The etc fstab file uses intellect syntax. Every line consists of 6 fields separated by white space tabs. The 6 tabs to make sure that each field has its own name. Okay. Then etc fstab. When that line exists. Dog, do I have to manually No. You're joking. You're joking. You're joking. No, you're joking. You're joking. Like, oh my god. I don't know how I feel about this. This might be 2 hours of my life wasted because I don't know how to do this. This is too confusing. I am not ready for this. I think it's high time I just pick this up. I'm so sorry, this is such a shame. Such a shame. But I will come back to this later, whenever I have more intellect on the Linux kernel and Linux in general, so I can do this. I don't want to let the people down forever. I say people, but I have people who watch my channel, let's be honest. I haven't uploaded a video except this one for a whole year, and that's terrible. So, we're going to be working with this. I personally will work on getting better the Linux kernel and the other things such as that. So, that's something I have to do. I will say though, I could probably install Arch Linux. Now that I think about it, I could probably install Arch. I've installed it before, but it wasn't the manual way. I did it the default way of just doing Arch install. Please no porn, please no porn, please no porn. Yeah, we'll instantly get a porn profile. Hell yeah. I don't know, why is it such a big issue though? It is such a big issue. It's on Reddit, even on like new accounts, I get a lot of like random sex ads. I don't want that. Don't know why they exist on here. That's why I have to use uBlock to block them. It's the most weirdest thing ever. Examining the popularity of Arch Linux and how it became so popular. Why do you guys think Arch is popular among Linux users? Personally, after using Arch for 3 years, I think it's because of its customizability and the AUR having basically every package in demand. Lol. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Arch is the choice of most Arch users, very true. Not all that popular, it just seems that way because the people who do use it won't stop talking about it. By the way, I never mentioned I use Arch. I am an Arch user, and as an Arch user, I wanted to say that I never bring up that I use Arch, by the way. I'm also an Arch user, and I never bring it up in any of my conversations. I also never mention it, but I use Arch, by the way. This is the Arch Linux equivalent of veganism. I never tried it, I'm a Debian scrub. No, yeah, Arch Linux is pretty decent sometimes, I guess. It's like, why? I say that as I was working on compiling Gentoo. I am a different breed of hypocrite, good lord. Customizability is more of a hallmark of Linux distributions in general than Arch Linux specifically. Arch Linux is a general purpose, do-it-yourself, rolling release Linux distribution. It's a bit less DIY these days since Arch install arrived. For example, the Arch installer can do a lot more of the very basic installer of another DIY general purpose rolling release distribution. Void Linux. Yeah, Void Linux has void install. There's no doubt that Arch install has opened the doors wide to users who would never head down a shroot install, and that's okay. But being able to customize a general purpose isn't solely the domain of Arch, far from it. Even though larger distributions can be used in a DIY general purpose fashion, all the big root distributions offer a minimal server-oriented installation target. All of them can be installed via a shroot manual process, and all of them can be customized to the nth degree. That's wild. Maybe VOR is a win for some, but I think that some of the appeal out there is a meme and cool kids generated to a non-trivial degree. The Windows are being regarded as hard because there wasn't an installer back in the day. Now that shroot installs are the exception among Arch users, and Arch install can take them from zero to finished. Is a GNOME and other desktop environment target. What's hard about Arch? Still, the meme lives on, because newbies find most things about Linux or BSD hard. It's a learning curve, some find stupider than others. Fortunately for them and all of us, the Arch Wiki is a treasure for the Linux community. Oh. I'll have to make a video sometime of trying to install Arch Linux the default way. I just need way more experience on working with all this stuff. But bonus side though is Arch will be probably easier to install than doing Gentoo, so that's a plus. But I'll come back in another video, hopefully sometime this month, and that might be on Christmas. I don't know. Might make a Christmas video showing me installing Arch. We'll get to this. Do better. I'll do better. Thank you for watching this insanely long video that's almost 2 hours long. I want to thank you for watching this, wasting your time watching some idiot try to install a Linux distribution. Again, thank you. Have a great rest of your time, this day, night, whatever it is. Work harder, not smarter. That's what they say. That's not what they say.